Hello and welcome to the Level Cap podcast, where we totally didn't forget the character of the week.
We didn't. We just discussed how we were going to do something different and replace the character of the week segment.
No, Brad, this was from the previous episode where we forgot it was Runica and people are making fun of us.
Wait, did we?
Yeah, there was an entire segment of like a minute of us just going like, who was the character of the week again?
Well, that's why we cut the segment, because it was too much trouble. This is kind of overhead, you know.
This literal 2 minutes of overhead is
exactly
what. Oh my goodness!
It's too much. We're joined by a special guest today, and so this week our character of the week is Cameron, who's happy to join us. Cameron,
hello, how are you all?
Yeah, so if
joining
you guys
us from Australia,
yes, Australia.
If you guys didn't know, Cameron's the developer for like Pixel Tactics Online and BattleCon Online. So all of our hopes rest on you.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a bit about those programs today.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's quite a tall ask.
Well, I mean, you know all the ins and outs, so
yeah.
shouldn't be too much to talk about. But we'll go through them a little bit, and and we're recording at a different time than normal so that you guys can be with us because you're in this wacky time zone.
That is correct.
What? Hey, wait a minute. What if you're in the wacky time zone, Judger?
Yeah.
What? I'm in the real time zone.
The real time zone?
Yeah, the real time zone.
Oh, wait. What is this?
Well, it's like this. You see, the people who are listening at home, when they listen and I say it's morning, I'm right in their eyes. You see?
But what if they're Australian like me or near Australia?
Shh. You guys don't have the download statistics. There are no Australians listening to this podcast.
Hey, I've seen the statistics, and Brad's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, like, most of our audience is, in fact, American. If they were not, I would be speaking an entirely different language. Right?
Yeah.
Would
you?
Yeah, I'd speak Filipino.
What if they were like, I don't know, like mostly Swahili or something? Like you wouldn't speak Filipino then.
Yeah, that's true. So we would all learn Swahili.
No, we wouldn't.
Oh, really?
No, we wouldn't. We would reevaluate our life goals and why this podcast is reaching so many Swahili people. And then I guess we would make a different kind of board game, perhaps, or maybe make the same board game if it's reaching them. Then why not, right?
Wait a minute. If it's already reaching them, why do we have to change the language? Are you telling me that a bunch of Swahili people are listening and they don't understand a single thing? And they're like, yes, I'll watch the next one.
You started this ridiculous hypothetical argument, Marco. Don't try and pin this on me. Let's just move on.
Again, how's everyone? Aside from your morning coffees. Look, here's the thing. I always ask Brad, okay, Cameron, I always ask Brad how his morning is. And he always replies with breakfast. So now that you guys can't say breakfast, what are your days like?
Well, my days consist of working on BCO 12 hours or PTO 12 hours. Welcome.
Oh man, the life and times of Cameron. Please tell us more.
I mean, that's how it is when you're in creative endeavors and you enjoy your job. You get to work as much as you want.
It doesn't even feel like work at this stage, though. It's just it's just like something I'm doing to pass time.
Yeah, when you have a project that's really fun and you're really into it, like I get up and I start working on 7th Cross these days, and then at about 1 a.m. I put away my laptop and I get ready to go to sleep, and that's my typical day. Is that any spare moment that I have, I'm putting together more content and characters and monsters and rule books and etc. Feels good. It feels good to have a project where you're into it and working all the time, just because you want to.
So speaking of projects you're both into, let's talk about some BattleCon Online, because our game club game for this week is, somebody give me a drum roll just do it. Excellent. That is the best drum roll. I will not even edit in a new one. Our game club game for this week is BattleCon Online / Pixel Tactics Online, because we have Cameron here, and to do anything else would be kind of silly.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So we'll talk about PTO and BCO. PTO is actually the first project that Cameron started working on with us, and kind of you really approached me out of the blue and were like, "Hey, I want to work on Pixel Tactics," and I was like, "Well, we're planning to do a Pixel Tactics game," and you persisted. And you're like, "Yeah, like check out my portfolio. I can do this." And I was like, I was impressed by the games that you had already worked on. And so I said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And it was even more. The results were even more impressive than I could have anticipated.
To be fair, like I came to you and I said I wanted to make a game based off Pixel Tactics, and you said no, we're making our own Pixel Tactics. And then I said, well, then can I make Pixel Tactics? But it was a long process, like a long process.
Yeah, well, it's true that we do have a lot of people who come to us and they're like, "Hey, can I make this utility, or can I make this fan game, or can I make this, this app that's an implementation on this such platform of your game?" And so we get a lot of requests of that like that, and it's difficult to parse like amateurs and professional offers. So I didn't really realize until hearing about the other stuff that you'd worked on and actually playing Nuclear Throne and stuff that how like what you're able to do.
Wait a minute.
We did the mod for Nuclear Throne, not actual Nuclear Throne.
Okay, I was about to lose myself. Like, oh my goodness. So, are you telling?
Why don't you list off some of the other things though that people can see that you've worked on?
That they can see. They can see Take Thy Throne, which was more of a conceptual game to see whether we could break the bounds of networking. We're working on a few other Greenlight projects such as NGod and Bite Size Wars. Bite Size Wars is actually a really fun game. It's like a 1 minute, 5 minute RTS, and so if you misclick, basically you're done.
Oh,
and it's an RTS style. And like I've seen it happen. Like there'd be games where it was going up to the 2 minute mark, and I've misclicked, and I've nearly lost just because of that. And so it's supposed to be like spam as much as you can and hope to God that your units will fight properly. So it's good. And NGod is being slowly worked on. The other developer I was working with is now working for someone, and it's just been slow progress, so we haven't released that yet either. But yeah, we've worked on
teasers on YouTube and stuff that you can
there's definitely YouTube videos for them to check out. Yes.
Oh wow! See, I didn't know I was in the presence of freaking awesome people.
Well,
yeah,
you should come to expect it by now.
Yeah, that's true. I'm in the presence of Brad every single.
Well,
week.
I didn't say about that. I wouldn't mean it like that, but we do accumulate a lot of. I mean, that's my job, right? Is to accumulate talent, and so I guess maybe the one thing I'm good at is finding other people who are good at stuff.
So this literally, your life is Persona 5. You're just collecting people who are good at stuff to help you.
Maybe I don't know if I like the way that you phrase that, but it probably. I think when you are in any kind of any kind of endeavor where you're like the party leader, that's kind of what your job is. I guess that's how I feel. I feel like I'm the party leader. I don't necessarily do. I don't necessarily have all the skills, but I know where to find the skills that we need to make it happen.
Okay, so if you're the party leader, does that make Cameron our healer, and then I'm tank?
I think Cameron's the DPS and you're the healer.
Oh, okay. Why am I the
that
healer?
makes sense.
Maybe...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Think about it. No, think about it, because I'm doing the damage by putting out the product, and you're sitting there trying to find bugs for me and heal it, so I can fix it.
Wouldn't you say that I'm the one who's dealing the damage to you? I find all the bugs.
yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, funny story about that.
Yeah.
With PTO, Brad came to me and said to me, this is a few months ago when we first started pre-alpha for PTO. He says to me, is your product ready to be in pre-alpha? I'm like, yeah, sure. I can't find a bug in it. I released the game. We finally get the word that we can release it. And within hours, we had hundreds of not hundreds, a lot of playtesters. And they all just broke the game endlessly. And I was just like, maybe I wasn't ready. Like, you don't know until people...
You're never ready for pre-alpha, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, right?
Like, I didn't
like
expect
as
it
soon
to
as it's in the wild.
It's pretty crazy world where
no game survives contact with the playtesters.
It's interesting because people will click different ways in the game sense. People will click different ways, and that will cause something else to go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of
there's bugs of like expectation too. Like I clicked and tried to drag my cursor a certain way, and you were like, no, you're supposed to do it this way, and I was like, well, but I expected this, and it's a lot of it's just matter of expectation of design.
Yeah, that's true too.
People anticipate things to work certain ways.
It's hard to get the balance of getting everything right for everyone because there's some things that will go wrong with certain ways, and so it's one of the things as game dev that is really hard, and that's what sets people apart from other people, is saying you can play the game this way or you can play the game any way you want. And that's what I'm trying to achieve with PTO.
And it's really going well.
Yeah,
if you guys haven't played this yet, join the playtest.
Yeah, if you guys are listening to this and you're like, "Oh, I want to play some Pixel Tactics online," we literally can let you. Can I link this in the description? Can I?
Yeah, it's okay. I think to make it open. For folks. It's still pre-alpha, so don't get too excited. I mean, I'd say it's not pre-alpha. I'd say it's alpha. Right now, but don't get too excited. Like, there's still a lot of content that needs to come. If you're waiting for a full game to entertain you, don't. But if you actually want to help out with the testing effort, then do join us and get involved.
Yeah,
I'm normally a friendly guy, so come talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Cameron can sustain continuously being bombarded with bugs like for 12 hours in a day and not be like the grumpiest man I've ever met, you are a saint, sir. You are an absolute saint. My friend came into playtesting recently. You'll know who he is, Cameron. And he literally just spends the entire time doing stupid things in your game that no reasonable player would do just so that he could break the game. Hey,
I know. Actually, the funny thing is when he did the let's see how high my hand could go, I was just so amazed that it took him an hour just to try and break the game. It was crazy.
Yeah,
those are the best. Those are the best though. Playtesters that that will do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Brad, if you don't know the story, my friend basically tried to draw all of their deck, and then they were like, "Wait, I can dupe cards using sagas." So he just spent like an hour putting Magdalenas into his hand until he had over 100 of them. So
what? Oh my word!
His hand actually went into reverse and started stretching out. Oh, it was amazing. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Goodness.
I've never seen anything like it.
That's wild. I guess but that's the kind of thing too. Like, as a designer, you don't even think about like maybe we need to cap that because it's unreasonable from a gameplay perspective. Like, after you have 15 cards in your hand, they just burn up when they're about to go in.
Yeah. We're implementing a hand cap just for that guy. Just for him.
Yeah. So, but then you have to decide what happens to the extra cards, right? And stuff like that. So there's all kinds of design challenges that you come across building a digital game that you didn't notice or even think about.
That's true. See, it just takes that one person to realize that he can just absolutely change how the game's played. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Between everything we've done on Pixel Tactics and all the questions we've gotten on Mega Man Pixel Tactics, I feel like I really need to to clean up the game in some kind of way, like to write a big authoritative rulebook and change the templating and get it all solidified. It's about time to reprint Pixel Tactics 1 anyway.
Yeah,
might as well clean up the wording on a lot of cards
and nerf a bunch of other cards, I guess.
Well, we'll see what we decide to do. I don't want to, it's difficult with board games because you can't just issue a patch, right? Like, if you if you update a card, then everybody else's, the 10,000 people that have bought the game, their card is no longer correct. So it's a difficult line to walk.
Which is why you have
games.
Online versions of your games now, right? I guess that's one of the advantages of games like
it is a lot easier and cheaper, and it's better for the trees, and cheaper for customers. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of advantages to doing more stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some stuff about Pixel Tactics. I'm sorry if I cut you off, but
it's fine.
We're gonna have to start talking about some awesome stuff that the fans want to know. So, Brad, recently we talked about Pixel Tactics Online, and you guys mentioned something along the lines of it's a non-collectible card game. So, can we talk more about the pricing structure? How we'll collect those cards? Because, of course, we're gonna have to collect them in some way.
Yeah. It's non-randomized. It's free to pick up the game and play, and you get World 1 effectively. So the way that the game works is when you create your account, you get an adventure mode, which is like a solo single player campaign, and you get a small packet of starting cards. As you complete the stages in the solo adventure mode, you unlock new cards, and that's how you get cards for the game. So if you if you want more cards, you can for a small fee or with in-game currency, you can purchase World 2, World 3, World 4, etc. And each world will come with a selection of about 9 new leaders, 8 new heroes, and then a couple commons as well. And of course, will come with a complete adventure that you can play through. So when you buy the new world, you get a bunch of cards up front, and then you can play through the stages to unlock the rest of the cards. So it is kind of the single player experience is going to be really strong in this game. It's going to be a game where you have all these challenges and achievements to complete that aren't necessarily just play 5 games with other people or whatnot. You will be able to get new cards and get promotional cards and stuff by playing in the ranked play leagues, and that's how you'll be able to get in-game currency to purchase new worlds if you choose not to buy them with real money. But anyway, that's the basis of it, so that it's truly more like an online LCG instead of an online CCG.
And the thing about it is that we didn't want to do the packs because I remember saying another game where it's just too hard to start because there's so many packs you can buy. There's so much, and like even if you open the pack, there's nothing you can do with it. You know, like you can destroy them and save yourself. But it's like at the same time, when you're releasing the product, I'd rather go into a game knowing to expect what I'm going to get rather than guess. Do you know what I mean?
It also gives us the opportunity to do a lot of small releases. Like, we can release a new world, which is a much smaller, self-contained, easier to build thing, as opposed to building an entire
expansion.
Expansion. Yeah, like a CCG expansion needs like 100 cards. Well, in Pixel Tactics, if you get, you introduce even 8 new cards, you're going to drastically change the meta of the game because each card is so flexible and so powerful.
Yeah.
So we wanted a system that would let us release these cards 8 at a time.
Okay, so that's the system. It's like 8 cards at a time per world.
Yeah, each world generally unlocks 8 heroes, 8 leaders, and 3 commons, I believe. No, 9 leaders, 9 heroes, and 3 commons is what we have.
3 commons?
Yeah, they're they're like heroes, but there's no leader version of them. They're just generic soldiers.
Oh, okay. So there's stuff like
Lightning Element. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lightning Elemental, for example, Malco. That's coming out in World 1, I believe. World 2.
Yeah, the mage, the Black Knight, those kind of characters that they're not like, named characters from the world of Indians.
All right, I see. Cameron keeps mentioning Lightning Elemental because Lightning Elemental is actually a main component to one of my OTK decks. So,
I see.
Yeah, that's just some trivia for
OTK being one turn kill,
yes.
For those who aren't familiar with the D online jargon.
Yeah, sorry.
We're working hard to nerf all of Marco's decks before the game releases.
What? Why?
OTK should not be a deck archetype in any card game.
Yeah.
Sad.
It
I'm so
scares me.
sad.
Actually,
maybe like Miracle OTK where like you build into it and then you do a giant turn, like that's okay. But like you don't want to win because you get the right combination of cards in your hand.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was consistent too.
Yeah,
it was consistent.
Well, that's why we've done a lot of balancing stuff, like introducing orbs, changing the action counts and stuff like that. Makes the game a little more flexible, gives the player who's behind a little more time to recover, and gives the player who's ahead a little less room to press their advantage.
Yeah, orbs are really limiting the way actions work in this game. Orders work in this game. And it makes minion combat way more viable if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Because in classic Pixel Tactics, orders are so strong, and sometimes the function of guys standing on the table can be invalidated if your orders are strong enough. And Pixel Tactics Online does a lot to address that by introducing the orbs, which limit the number of actions you can take in a turn, or limit the number of orders you can play in a turn.
Yep, just orders, nothing else.
Yeah.
So in talking about the worlds, let's talk to Cameron for a bit. Cameron, when you designed these worlds, I've played World 1. How do you guys design these challenges? Are they meant to be like actual challenges, where it's like, if you don't have the correct deck, you'll never beat this? Or are they more of like, here's an interesting deck archetype you can fight, and maybe you'll copy it sometime?
Well, easy mode is just to settle you into the game, and so you can have that first experience of, okay, this is how it's going to be set up, and this is how it's going to work. Then we've got hard mode, which really challenges you. It does some plays that are really tricky that even you wouldn't think of. It's quite good. But challenge mode is a special archetype where we essentially give you a bunch of cards and then want you to work out how to combine them together to get new strategies. So maybe you see certain worlds where it has 4 assassins, but you think, why would you need 4 assassins? But then we give you other cards to make you think, maybe I could use this in combination with that. So that's what the 3 worlds are designed for. Yeah,
the challenge is really more like a puzzle mode, where we want to challenge you to figure out how to take on this foe with a specific deck archetype.
Yeah.
And like Cameron said, with the easy mode, we really just want to make, with easy mode, it's a way to, to play through, to see the new cards that you've bought, and to unlock the majority of the cards that you've purchased. So by playing through all the easy modes, you get about 90% of the content in the world. And then if you want to go through and do the other 2 versions, you get some of the more vanity-based content. Like, you can unlock a playmat for the world, you can unlock a card sleeve for the world, you can unlock the leaders, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So at the end, you're gonna have to finish most, if not all, of these modes to get all of the cards per world.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. And we've talked about throwing in a few like promo characters, and like, you sign in for this for this special event, and you can unlock a character that's limited time release, or that's shiny, a shiny version of the original character, or stuff like that. Like, we're gonna have some fun things as well.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on from Pixel Tactics onto some BattleCon Online, because I'm sure all the listeners want to know more about BattleCon Online. So I guess the first and foremost thing here is progress. Everyone, please tell us about progress.
Well, we have the menu and the setup menu and the gameplay screen designed, and Cameron is just about done implementing the main menu. So select your character, view your cards. It's all very pretty. It's very nicely animated. We're probably going to move on to the sound design steps pretty soon.
This is an airplane. Oh, nice sound design. Your sound design's amazing, Brad.
I do live near an Air Force base here in Albuquerque. So
oh, really?
Sometimes we get that. Yeah,
that must be.
Sometimes there's bombs in the distance, and sometimes the Earth shakes. It's crazy.
It's crazy. So
they say they don't do underground nuclear tests anymore in Albuquerque, but you never know.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Brad knows everything. He's seen Area 51. He knows too much. I'm sorry, Brad. But
I have been to Roswell, but it's not especially exciting.
Oh, I see. But if after this podcast I never hear from Brad again, we all know where he went.
On BCO, the thing about BCO that was different from PTO is that the whole design of the game is literally just UI work. So in PTO, we had these nicely animated things done by Fabio, by the way, just a shout out to him, where he animated these things nice. But in BCO, we've got so many things to take into consideration. So we're making the UI just seem so fluid and so nice. And there's still a few ways to go. But at the end of the day, the whole design has to be smooth and implemented right to give you the best game experience.
Yeah, and I think one of the main differences too is that with the BattleCon project, like you were saying earlier, you don't have to write the engine. You're really just building a client interface, and so things are clipping along a lot faster. Like, it's only been about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks, and we've already got the one of the most complex screens in the game finished.
Yeah.
So things are moving along at a good clip.
I think that there's some quality to what the old BCO was too. BCO Online was. They did a few things which made my job as the man to make them pretty much, much easier. There's so much stuff that goes into, like, content-wise, but literally all the content's already done. There's nothing really. I just got to design some screens and then hook it up. And then we're all good. So I don't expect it to take too long at all.
And even with the screen design, we have a lot of great help from Laura, who's done and who coaches us on which animations to use and how to transition things. And it's good to have a good team working on it. Yeah,
and I just assume that Wesley, the sound engineer, is going to do a wonderful job on this.
Yeah,
too.
he did so good on Pixel Tactics. That game is so cool to listen to.
Oh,
and of course, we've already got all the music for BattleCon, so I can't wait to start implementing that music.
Hey, Brad, do you have themes for every single character in BattleCon Online, like right now?
We have themes for all 12 of the initial characters, as well as a few extras. We've got themes for, like, Byron, for Cesar, Pendros, Eerie, a couple other upcoming characters have themes already done, like Marmalee. So we've got music themes for a good chunk of characters, probably about 20 characters. At this point.
Hey, Brad, can we do voice acting at some point in the future?
The voice acting's already finished.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got voice acting.
12 initial characters already have voice acting.
Oh, no.
We just gotta plug it in.
For everyone? Like, literally everyone?
For all the characters that are going to be playable at launch, there's full voice acting.
Oh my goodness.
They're not just like, oh no, they're actually well done, and they've got phrases.
Yeah, they're professionally done, paid voice acting.
I'm so sorry, but like the way you describe it, it's like, oh, they're just not. Oh no, that's me. That's me every time I watch something like an anime that's dubbed on TV. Oh no,
the characters have a lot of personality, like. Like Hikaru's like Red Fist of the Raging Sun, when he attacks, like he says stupid stuff like you'd expect him to.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and there's a lot of lore.
He's like an anime hero, yeah.
There's a lot of lore in the voice acting too that you don't really realize until you actually go through and notice it. So it's a lot of exciting stuff in it.
Yeah. So BattleCon Online, Pixel Tactics Online, both seem to be on track. And so the final question, which I'm sure everybody wants to know, is you two amazing people, when is this coming out?
I mean, when it's done, like, let's not. I mean, we are like Cameron said, 12 hours a day on his end, and me coordinating everything as best I can to get everything to him. I mean, it's just a matter of when it gets done, really. We're working full time, full steam ahead.
Yeah. I think if it keeps going the way it's going, though, it should only be months, not years, months.
Okay,
if anything.
That's good. Okay. That's good. I hopefully
it's encouraging based on past projections.
I don't have kids by the time I have BattleCon Online on my lap. Because then I'd have to abandon my kids. Oh, that sounds bad. Never mind. Ignore that.
Family first, Marco. Family first.
Yeah.
Family first. Just kidding. I'll teach them how
to
play
BattleCon. Not that I have any kids, but Cameron does.
My son plays BattleCon. He loves it.
Yeah.
One of his top ranked games.
How old is he?
Oh, 8. So
8.
Yeah, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. He ranks it up there with like professional TCGs such as Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. So that's something to be.
I'm always impressed when younger kids get into these games and do just as well or better than adults.
Well, I haven't beat him yet. I haven't beat him yet.
It's always surprising. You haven't beat him yet.
No, it's still insane.
Oh man,
because he just sat there and read the rule book for like 2 days or something crazy, and then all of a sudden he's just like a pro at the game. I'm like, what?
Man. Oh man, that's great.
Kids being the secret dark horses of board games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that must be so cool too. Like you get a game and you show it to your friends at school and you're like, yeah, my dad's working on this. Like, remember when you met Nokomento's brother, right, Marco?
Yeah.
One time.
So one time,
and he's like, yeah, my sister drew that.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually just in school playing BattleCon with a bunch of friends, and some dude who I've never met walks up to me and goes, "Oh, my sister drew that." I was like, "Oh no, what's happening?"
It's crazy, right? To see your work in the real world. But anyway, it's good. It's really rewarding to see your game out in the wild and see, your friends and family seeing it on shelves and be able to say like, this is what I did, and feel proud of it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because all I feel is ashamed. Because the thing is, unlike you two who are really amazing, all the work I've done is literally me screaming at the camera about board games. And when your parents go like, "Hey, Marco, what do you do for your job?" And then I'm like, "Oh, this is what I do." And then I show them the YouTube channel, and they just go like, "So it's just 40 minutes of you screaming at the camera about a cardboard game?" I'm like, "Yes."
I think now that you graduated and you have more time to pour into it, it's gonna evolve a little bit beyond that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Oh, speaking of which,
we have great things planned for you, Marco.
Oh, excellent! My space destiny is gonna come, and I'm gonna find out that I'm the lost prince of level 99 games. That's what's happening, right?
Yep. You're Marco. You're actually. It's like, oh wait. I'm feeling this is going to be. I can't make your level 99 Marco come out like you're a wizard, Harry. It just won't come out the same way. But that's what I wanted to do, just so you know.
All right. Hey, look, Brad. It's the thought that matters. It's the intention that matters, not the execution at all. Okay, and that pretty much does it for our game club games of this week, and as well as our character of the week, who is Cameron. Say hi, Cameron.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, you're not leaving yet. Don't say thank you.
Well, no, I'm saying thank you for having me on. Like, I'm not leaving yet.
Okay,
Gosh.
sure.
Oh yeah, this is super fun. Super fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. All right. Let's move on to our next segment. 99 questions of level 99 games on the wall. And let's
How many
start
are we up to?
Oh my
Didn't
goodness.
you ask us 3 questions during the segment? I thought this entire show was the 99 games.
No. Here's the thing. We're not going to ask about games anymore. We're going to ask about personal questions. It's going to be very interesting.
Dear.
Yeah, it's going to be very
right.
interesting. Because here's the thing. We want you listeners at home to know that we're not just mindless droids who do board game work all day. We're human beings too. Which is why you should be nice when you comment on our comment sections. Because it hurts my feelings.
Everybody's pretty nice. Did you get a mean comment, Marco?
I got one. Oh. We're just kidding.
Sorry.
It doesn't ruin my day, because I know these people are well-meaning, because they're criticizing us. If they didn't care, they'd not say anything.
I think fans have a prerogative to keep us honest with our deadlines and release schedules and stuff. At the same time, this is why I have I3 answer all the mail, because if I get a mean comment, I just shut down for a bit.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So I'm pretty sensitive, and it's a bad habit for somebody who has to do what I have to do.
Well,
anyway,
Brad,
let's talk.
Time for you to grow some thick skin. So here's some questions. Oh, by the way, Cameron, we're I think at 60 questions at this point, so like 30 more, and then we're gonna reset the entire podcast.
Okay.
Here's the one. Growing up, if you had a teddy bear, what was its name? This is Robin. An actual question sent in by fans, so we're gonna have to answer it.
So I had this green teddy bear, and its name was Robin. When I was a kid, my dad always used to take us out to eat breakfast in the morning, because he would like be on the way to drive to pick up something for his office, for his shop, and so we would drive out and we'd go to McDonald's, and there was this cashier at McDonald's named Robin, and she would always give me free hash browns when I was a little kid, like really young, and so I named my teddy bear Robin because I liked this person who gave me free hash browns. So there you go.
Nice, the best. This cashier's legacy lives on. How about you, Cameron? Do you have a teddy bear or something?
I only ever had one bear that I can recall, and I don't remember naming it, but I remember trying to feed it fried onions off a burger, and then we had to throw it out.
Okay.
Interesting.
Here's the story. I've never had a teddy bear. Actually, I have a stuffed elephant that's shaped like a teddy bear. His name's Herbert. What? I still have him. He's here right now.
That sounds kind of aberrant.
He's kind of a bear. Isn't that right, Herbert?
It's an elephant. I mean, aberrant, like alien, like monstrous, like an elephant that's shaped like a bear.
Yes.
That doesn't eat grilled onions.
Like that's crazy.
That's
That's the worst. His name's not even Robin. His name's Batman. So there you go. He's not a bat though, so I don't know why. Okay, next question. Next question. How do you feel the gaming landscape has changed since you started playing hobby game?
I think that large games are back in vogue, which is one of the reasons I'm working on Seventh Cross these days. It used to be around like the time Dominion came out that everyone was into these, like $30 to $50, usually around $40 medium box games like Ticket to Ride, like Catan, like Dominion, that were kind of like moderate casual.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel with the advent of like Gloomhaven and like the legacy games and like some of the big box games that Queen has finally come out with, and like these big box games that Fantasy Flight used to make back in the day, like Arkham Horror and such. Like the Warcraft board game and anyway, like Twilight Imperium. Those big games are now coming back into being something that people are interested in. Like people are now actually back into like heavy hobby games, which you really couldn't make for a long time.
Yeah,
or they were kind of relegated to niche status back then.
Yeah, that's true. I've noticed that trend as well because I'm a huge nerd, and I've not, unlike you two, I don't do much with my life. So I scrounge Kickstarter for games to back because I'm that kind of person, and I've noticed that a lot of bigger box games are coming out, and it's not just it's getting more popular and out there. The problem with me is that in my country, how can I explain this?
Shipping is awful.
Shipping is garbage.
Is more than the cost of most games, probably.
Oh my goodness! BattleCon doubles in price because of shipping.
I mean, it's the same for Cameron too. I mean, like Australia, Oceania is the hardest place to ship to in the world.
Yeah,
like it's literally the most expensive place.
Oh really? Oh well, I guess they have
Yeah.
to pay premium, like to protect your stuff from the giant spiders.
Well, actually,
and all of the
Brazil is a little worse. Brazil's a little worse because the package will inevitably lost and you have to ship it twice. But if you only have to ship it once, Australia is much more expensive than Brazil.
So Cameron, how about you? Like how have hobby games changed? Or did you only get into games now? Or have you always been a video game guy?
Well, to be honest, I saw Pixel Tactics online. Sorry, on a video. I can't remember who it was. And I'm like, hey, this game seems cool. And I've always been into Pokemon card game and stuff like that. But I've never been into board games until I started working with Brad. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, people actually play these games? Like, it's amazing.
It's a whole new world.
Whoa, Brad. Yeah, Brad, he just threw some shade at your entire business.
No.
Well,
I just didn't know.
mean, it's a niche hobby that, I mean, like, I didn't even know about it until I got to college. Like, I mean, it's you could go your whole life and not know that board games are a thing. I wouldn't hold that against anybody.
Besides, like, Monopoly and that sort of stuff, everyone knows they exist, but no one really... I never knew that someone had made a fighting game, board game. Like, how cool is that, actually?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's the entire reason we're all literally here right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're not really literally here. We're all kind of literally... different places.
Hey, Brad,
but we're figuratively here.
Brad, don't ruin the movie magic. As long as the fans are concerned, we're all huddled up in the same room.
We're all around this digital campfire. I gotcha.
Digital campfire, cracking a cold one with the boys. I don't know. That's a new meme, I think. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. And our last question, speaking of video games, what video game RPGs have you gotten your characters up to level 99? Because that is usually the level cap. Quick fire round, Brad, you first.
Earthbound was the one where I got everyone to level 99. I think I did it in Final Fantasy VI as well.
Oh.
And Chrono Trigger. I played a lot of SNES RPGs because I didn't have much of a life as a kid.
Hey, that's true. Same. How about you, Cameron?
100% Pokemon. Every Pokemon, level 100.
True.
Oh, man.
Level 99.
No hacks?
No, none.
Wow, that's impressive.
I think I played it for like 7 years, Red. So I mean, like, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Okay.
I had a few, but not everyone.
Me either.
Okay. Me. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. It's this guy.
Oh, you are cheating.
Oh yeah. Why is that cheating?
Because
the level cap in Disgaea is 10,000, and characters, many characters get spawned at level 99.
Yeah,
and above.
Everyone will reach level 99 at some point because the max level is atrocious. No, but seriously, I think mine was Final Fantasy 3, and Bravely Default and Bravely Second.
Oh, those are pretty recent.
Yeah. The thing is that Bravely Default and Bravely Second kind of like modernized RPGs, right? So there's an entire skill set of like called the Sage, wherein his ability is if you encounter an enemy and their level is lower than you, you insta kill them, then still gain all the same EXP. So so I just grinded in one place for like 12 hours, and then I got max level with everyone.
Oh, okay. I have that game, but I haven't played it yet. I really need to.
You really need to. The customization system, the job system is amazing. You can come up with like really
maybe we'll game club it in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I certainly need to play it.
Yeah, you really need to play it. All right, let's move on to our last and final segment, our News 99, where our news will be delivered straight into your ears. Brad, do you have any wonderful news for us? Okay, wait, preferably level 99 games related.
Well, I think that this whole cast has probably been more of an infomercial as we talk about Pixel Tactics and BattleCon. Obviously, those are ongoing. Trials is on a boat and should be with us in the middle to end of next month. So BattleCon Trials will be coming out very soon. And then we're working on Imperial Spells and Steam, and on 7th Cross. And Trey, the designer of Imperial, is actually going to join me here in Albuquerque and work on that game in person for about a week in the next month.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and have him as a guest with us.
Yes.
So you get to meet Trey and talk about Argent and Imperial, his two designs with us.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, and Cameron, do you have any special awesome news, level 99 games related?
BattleCon Online is coming soon, guys. Just know that. I'm going to bring it for you.
All right.
All right. That's good news.
That's the best.
That's exciting news.
That's the best news. And I have news as well. I'm basically my news is I'm hyping up all of the stuff Cameron's doing. So if you're gonna
we've got videos, right?
Yeah, if you're looking on the YouTube channel, I've just uploaded a trailer for Hikaru, which may or may not be invalid within the next coming months, depending on how we balance the game. Again, all of the footage is going to be alpha stuff, so everything's prone to change. But if you want to see some Pixel Tactics online gameplay, a short trailer's up. I'm going to have some...
See how awesome these animations that Fabio has done. And that Cameron's implemented, and how smooth the game is, how smooth it looks.
It looks amazing. Yeah. And once that's done, I'm going to be uploading an actual guide, to teach you how to play Hikaru in Pixel Tactics Online. And in that, you're also going to be able to hear some of the sound design that Wesley's done. And it's amazing. It feels good to play cards. Because I don't know if you guys do that, but when you play with real cards, there's the shock, shock, shock sound whenever you play them.
Yeah, Wesley got real Pixel Tactics cards out in order to make that sound effect. That was all... He did all the recording original.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no joke. He used Pixel Tactics cards for the Pixel Tactics sounds.
Yeah, he was like, well, I could just use regular cards, but I decided to actually get out my Pixel Tactics cards and record original sound effects for this game.
That's awesome.
And I was like, wow, that's cool. We should have him on here too. We should have him chat with us sometime.
Yeah. Do you know Wesley's acumen? Do you know the stuff he's done?
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah. We've seen his resume. Yeah. It's quite an honor that he's willing to work for us. Because he was like, I know you can't actually make this worth my time, but I want to work with you anyway because I like your stuff. I was like, man, that's that's pretty cool to have someone say that to you.
Just in case you guys didn't know, Wesley's worked on AAA stuff, the listeners.
Yeah,
Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah,
Super Bowl commercials he's worked on.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also worked on I think it was it was a BioWare game or an EA game or one of those things. It's just his acumen is insane, and working just knowing him and knowing that he's working on our games, it's an honor. He's an awesome guy. I love him.
Yeah,
it really is.
Really
well, cool. Well, I guess we kind of covered all the news. So should we wrap this thing up?
Let's wrap.
Can I make a shout out?
Oh, sure, go.
Can I make a shout out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Caden, Claire, Kiara, and Kyle. Hello. There we go. I'm done.
Okay, can I make a shout
Awesome.
out? Hi, Mom and Dad. I'm not an embarrassment. Come on, Brad. You
Okay.
shut up.
What? I don't need to. Everybody I know listens to this anyway. So,
So shout them out.
thanks to all of you guys. Thanks to all of you guys for getting us to episode 20. Like for listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
That's that's really cool.
All right.
I feel like the fans are my family. So thank you guys for being part of Level 99.
And we thank all of you for listening to this episode of the Level Cap Podcast. As usual, it's been me, your host, Marco De Santos, also known as Mechanic Critic, and with me is our special, hot off the press, man with the chest, guest, Cameron.
Okay.
Okay.
Designer.
And also me, Brad.
Yeah, and Brad. And we'll see all of you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.